Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy, Matt the Amateur Gamer, and I'm coming at you with the champion of the week, which is She-Hulk. And as you see, well, I've already got some gameplay going, and this is Realm of Legends that I've taken her through just because of the simple fact that I'm trying to conserve energy just to finish the rest of the event quest for this week. But uh, She-Hulk surprisingly is a really good champ. I looked at her awakened abilities, and she does everything. She pretty much does everything different for each class, except for the disadvantage, which would be skill. But as you see, for Cosmic class, what she needs to do in order to get the full, I guess you say full use out of her for Cosmic class, there needs to be a buff activated on the opponent, and thus her attack increases. And it just depends on how high and what star your She-Hulk is. But as you see, it looks like every time the opponent uses a special, the Furies reset, which is really nice. For this first fight, I think the highest amount of Furies I get is maybe 7 to 9. It's not too high, but it does help out the end, and it does help her get through the fight a little bit quicker. And just on top of that, using her special 3 when the Furies are at their highest seems to really do some decent damage. Now, what her specials do is the special 1 grants like a weakness, and then the special 2 grants a petrify, which will reverse healing and any power gain. And the special 3 grants a stun and weakness, I'm pretty sure. And they shouldn't get any power gain from that either. But as you see with the Realm Legends, what I try to do is I'll use my I'll use the special 1, which is exhaustion, I guess, not weakness. But anyways, I try to use the special 3 at the highest point of the Furies to get the best deal out of it. That way, I can stun her and just go in and wreck her. Now, during this gameplay, this is the best fight that I had her with, just because Captain Marvel doesn't gain too many buffs. She's not like a Hyperion, and gains power gain or a Fury if he lands a heavy. So it's not the best fight to be using her with. But then again, my She-Hulk is only about rank 3 as well, so she's not at the best. I'm hoping to take her up to rank 4, maybe rank 5 in the future. And just because of like the champion, she's supposed to be good for the champion, so that's probably why I would take her up. The 6.2 champion, yeah, 6.2 champion. She's supposed to be really good with, even though they did buff her, but I mean she still, to me, hits pretty well. And she just, I don't know, she's a lot better after they buffed her, which was like I think at the beginning of the year or so. And she's just a really badass champion. I don't ever use her much, but I think I'm gonna use her for the Master Doom, just because I've also heard she's good for Doom with her slow, with her slow, which she gets off the heavy attack, I guess you could say. Which you should see sometime in the gameplay footage. I don't know if I use it here at all, but yeah, if She-Hulk uses a heavy and it lands, you place a slow debuff against the opponent, which is supposed to slow down their power gain. Which I don't know if it really does that, because I've kind of watched it, and I mean, it seems like it works somewhat, but then again, I'm not really sure, because other times it seems like they gain power just at the same pace as like they were before you apply the debuff. But as you see, it's with my rank 3 5-star She-Hulk duped. It's taken me about 420, maybe 430 hits to get her down. I mean, which is to be expected. I mean, I do have some synergies with her. Now they might not be the best synergies, but I have like a Gladiator Hulk that's supposed to provide some more some more increased duration for the Fury buffs, and then I also have Mephisto, and he's there to provide a 155 critical rating boost. And those are pretty much the only two I brought in for the synergy, just because the other two synergies I didn't really like. I didn't really find necessary. And so I just brought in like an Archangel just to get through Winter Soldier. And then one of the things that sucks is for the first synergy between Gladiator Hulk and then regular OG Hulk and then Red Hulk is you can't stack them. So I tried it before with all three in the game, and it didn't do anything. It pretty much was the same result as it is now. So if you ever use her, don't try to bring all three in because they don't stack. It says it right in the writing that they don't stack, but I wanted to try it anyway, see if it was broken. But as you see here, she's good against Mystics. And for the Mystic class, what she'll do is she causes the opponent's power gain to be 25% less, so they won't gain as much power. And on top of that, her heavies versus unstoppable buffs nullifies it. So what you'll see here in a minute is when, or maybe it's already shown, but if Colossus gains a heavy, or not a heavy, unstoppable buff, like right there, all you gotta do is use your heavy and you can nullify that and just attack into it, which is really nice and stuff. And I spammed that a couple times. Now I did mess up a couple times in this gameplay, but overall I was pretty happy with it. And just the simple fact that as soon as I got like multiple Fury buffs going, that I could really get him down with the slow debuff going. You know, he wasn't gaining as much power as fast anymore. But as you see, I was just up to 8 Furies. Now I'm up to 8 Furies again. I'm hoping that usually when they use their special that it refreshes, but I don't think it got refreshed there at all, so I might lose it. That's the one thing that sucks is it seems like after the opponent doesn't use a special, or you don't get like hit in a block or parry, you lose all your Fury buffs at once, which kind of sucks. But I think, you know, when I get her at a higher Sig level, maybe the duration of the Fury will last a little bit longer, thus increasing the better gameplay and the power for her. And as you see, just making rookie moves there, tagged into the unstoppable. But the champs that I won't fight in this video, just because it's a long enough video as it is, are Mutants, Tech, and yeah, I think it's just Mutants and Tech. And what she does against Techs is opponents suffer armor up, effect, duration, and potency. So so I mean, any opponent that has a armor up buff, it doesn't work as well as what it would against any other opponent. She messes with that and how long it would stay up anyways. And then for Mutants, she does the ability accuracy effect during her special attacks. And so I'm not really sure how that would work. I haven't really tried her against a mutant yet. as of this morning, I am taking her through the Event Quest Master stuff just to see what she does. I mean, she performs pretty well, even though it'd probably be better to take her through Uncollected, but since I've already done that, I'm not going to waste the energy. Something else that also happens when she's awakened is that the larger opponents that she faces, the stuns and debuffs last longer. So, like this Colossus, any stuns or debuffs against them will last longer. And then, as you see in a minute, when she faces Rhino, it'll be the same. And then she also has 11% chance to gain more Furies. At least mine does right now. That might change in the future. I don't know. I don't know if that scales with the 6 stodes. There we go. Look at that. I dropped her with 4% health remaining. Usually I can whip through Colossus pretty easily, but I guess, I don't know. I guess I just kind of messed up that time. But now we're going to face Rhino, and I'm going to heal her up and see what happens. And with Rhino, when I was recording the gameplay, for some reason I noticed that she had probably the highest Fury stacks that I've seen her have since I started playing with her a couple of months ago. I can usually get up maybe max 10, 11 Fury stacks, but in this gameplay against Rhino, for some reason she was getting up to at least 12 to 15, which you'll see sometime during the fight. And I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's just because we had some really good RNG and just we were getting the combos in, and he was just refreshing his special attacks, I guess you could say. So I mean, I was getting a good amount of Furies in, and it was helping with her power. Well, no, not with her power, but her, how much she hits or how hard she hits. And it was helping, just take the fight down a lot easier. And there is a little side note that also when she's duped her in her abilities, it says that when she's facing opponents with like Fury buffs or whatever, or just larger opponents, I can't remember which one it is. They become more scared of her, and they will activate her special attacks. They will activate their special attacks more often than none, which will refresh your Furies, and that way they last a little bit longer, and that way you can keep building up and all that. But I know this isn't probably the best way to play her. I know there's probably a better way or better synergies to play her with. But this is kind of what I just picked out. This is what was the easiest for me to pick out without going into in depth and making this video like 30 minutes long. But as you see, I'll make some rookie mistakes here. It should be happening here pretty soon where I start gaining a whole lot of Fury buffs. Maybe not. But if he were to dash forward and use his unstoppable, I should be able to counter it with a heavy attack, which is nice. Just like Colossus. Or not Colossus, Juggernaut. Oh god, I hope I didn't say Colossus before, but Juggernaut is one of my favorites to use. She-Hulk is to use for She-Hulk, or use She-Hulk against him. And yeah, she just does a lot of good stuff. I mean, to me, she's a lesser Aegon. I mean, even if you get her combo or her hits built up, that doesn't mean anything. But it's just the fact that she does different things against different classes of champs, except for skill, that makes her really worthwhile. Actually, I mean, I might just consider bringing her into different content because I mean I can't. She's she's one of the few 5-star Hulks that I have that are duped, and I mean to me she's a lot better than OG Hulk, and she may be a little bit better than Red Hulk, but then again I don't have Red Hulk Awakened, and so I don't know, but she just does really well, and as you see, her Furies are up to 13 right now. Or no, they're up to 10. Sorry, I thought that was 13. So this should be about the point in the game where she gains a whole bunch of Furies, which help her out a lot. I love using that special when she's got a high amount of Furies. She would be good against like Realm Legends Wolverine because of her special 2 Petrify. Reverse some of that healing. And whatever power gate he gets. Yeah, keep using your specials, buddy. We'll see how far you get there. We got 14, 15. 15 stacks of Fury, 16, 17. Oh, boy. God. She's just a beast. Oh, my God, she's a beast. When I open my crystals up in at the end of November here, or before Thanksgiving, if I don't get any good science champs to rank 4 or anything, or get any good science champs, period, I might just take her up. That way I can have her when I do finish my completion of 6.2 and get to the champion. Because she seems like she would just be good to have. And, of course, there's the amateur side of me messing up, and yeah, Rhino kicked my ass even though I've been kicking his ass for 99% of the fight with low health, and bringing my Gladiator Hulk just to finish it off, and there we go. And so yeah, that was pretty much Roller Legends. If I were y'all, if you have like a 4-star high duped She-Hulk or a 5-star duped high or low She-Hulk, I would definitely take him up because she's got some really good abilities against a lot of different classes of champs. Now, disadvantages would be, she's obviously got disadvantage against skill, and she can be bled. But on the flip side of that, she's poison immune. She does really good against every other champ, and she's really good against unstoppable buffs that are used for certain champs like not Colossus, Juggernaut, Stoppable Colossus. I know the champion gets one, Rhino gets one, and I know there's others, but she's really, really good for all that. So I would recommend taking her up if you have her as a 4 or 5-star. But anyway, that's going to end the champion of the week. And so I will talk to y'all later. If you can, like, subscribe, and have a good day. Peace.